Are we live? It's loading.
Still loading. And we're live.
Seriously? We're live? You can communicate? Hope so. Okay, guys. This is an ongoing learning curve. I am hoping everything is working tonight. We want to welcome all of you to the Cellercise program tonight. We've got some great questions. We expect some more questions, so feel free to write your questions. Justice is in the background. If we could get a couple thumbs up as to whether or not you're able to hear, that would be really helpful since this is all new technology for us and we are still learning it. So a thumbs up, we're on the right channel, right, Justice?
Yeah, we don't have any viewers yet.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we're going to be live now. Let me know when we get a viewer because we can ask.
Okay, we got two.
Oh, we got him. Okay, can we get a thumbs up? Can you tell us if you can hear the sound? Because we're just checking. It's new technology. We are in the process of learning it, but if we can get a thumbs up, that would help us know that so far it's working.
That's it.
Really? Okay. Can we get a thumbs up that you can hear the sound? No thumbs up yet?
I texted it too, so.
Okay. All right.
Audio is good.
Audio is good. Okay, welcome to the Cellercise program tonight. Appreciate all of you being here. We are going through technology challenges, but everything's moving forward. We have to move forward with it. So I want to thank you all for all your patience. This is a new system that we're working on. Hopefully it will work and will not cut out like it has in the past. So again, thank you. You've been so supportive. I really, really appreciate it. We've got some great customer reviews to share tonight, and we've got an enormous amount of questions. And we're going to be showing you a technique that is absolutely fantastic for the lower back. Now, I don't know of anything like that. You see a lot of Tai Chi movements, they're great. A lot of yoga movements, they're great. What I'm going to be demonstrating in a little while is a movement that incorporates movement within movement. So you've got the movement, but at the cellular level, you get the circulation. We open up the vertebral joints. I was just demonstrating a moment ago what I'm going to be sharing with you, and my back popped 3 or 4 times. And it was like, oh, wow, I didn't even know I had that stress in there. But then I went to touch my hands to the floor. Couldn't believe how much more flexible I was just after doing it for a few moments. So if you have lower back challenges and issues, what we're going to deal with is opening up the vertebral joints, stretching the muscles, and increasing circulation and flexibility all within the movements. It's phenomenal. I love it. I think it's going to be really helpful to a great number of people. Again, it's not to take the place of medical attention. If you need medical attention, then consult with your doctor or health practitioner. This is for health and fitness of the back itself. And hope you like it. We're also going to talk a little bit about fingers and hands and wrists and elbows and how to increase circulation. If you don't have problems, great. You don't want them. If you do have issues, then this is some movements that are all designed to help increase flexibility, again, circulation and strength in the fingers. They can often feel a little worse before they feel better because we're going to be working on ligaments and tendons, and we just, like with many exercises, just have to stick with it a little bit to be able to really get the results. But eventually they've been really helpful. And these are a couple of techniques that I've been demonstrating now for a while. So we've had some good feedback, and I look forward to hearing your feedback as well. So let's start off. Helen writes, this is Helen from Cork, Ireland. Hello, Helen. I spoke to you Tuesday, February 24th, and you offered to show me some exercises to heal stuck, calcified elbows on Facebook next Monday night. This is just a little reminder. Thank you for speaking with me and advising me so comprehensively during our phone conversation. Thank you for your time with me, Helen. You're so welcome. I appreciate all of you. Okay, so let's talk about that. Movement up and down. starts to activate the lymph system. It's an internal scrub brush. It's moving fluid. Tissue, because you have enough resistance on the Cellerciser, you're going from weightless, weight. Everything expands, contracts, over and over. So we want to get that motion going. That's the wake-up call. And then for the fingers, we can do little movements where we take the fingers and we just rotate them around the fingers. Now you can warm them up a little bit just by opening them and closing them. And then we just do a bunch of these movements. Back and forth. And you can do that for, a couple minutes. And then we open and close them. Just like that. Put your thumb in, open over your thumb. Working the thumb as well. So these are just finger movements. Now when you extend them, really extend them. You want to just kind of stretch those ligaments and tendons in the fingers and then close them again. And then we do movements where we just roll the hands out down. Now you want to pull your hands back and just start rolling them. Roll the fingers, move the fingers with the hands. This is literally an exercise. And you may feel it in the fingers, you may feel it in the forearms, but the whole purpose is to stretch. Now you may not feel they go easy when you first start, because you will probably feel it for a couple days afterwards. But again, the whole purpose is to increase the flexibility. Now when we open them and pull them back and close. Pull them back and close. And again, if we do this regularly, we'll probably avoid a lot of problems with the fingers in the hands and increase circulation. Now when we put them down, we can move them. Don't go real hard, but just move them around a little bit. We're getting that fluid and circulation to the fingertips. Lift them up. Do the same thing. And again, extend the fingers. And then close them up again. Extend them. And close them up. You do that for a few moments, you will feel it. For the elbows, very similar, although I've also included, it's called a Dynaflex or Dynaball. You can pick these up on Amazon, and it's a gyro. You get the gyro going. Give me a moment, I gotta scoot down here. I'm glad I got something that follows me now. You get it, gotta go faster than that. I'm not going to get it to go on this without the string, but you'll get it going, and then you keep it going with your hands, and you move your arms up and down as you get it going. And as you move your arms up and down, you're working all these muscles and ligaments in the elbow. You can do it straight out in front of you as well. And I'm sorry I'm not able to get enough speed off of that carpet, but maybe I can do it here. There we go. The Celly rug did it, but you can hear that. And that resistance starts to really work those ligaments and tendons. And that's going to help with the elbows. If you have carpal tunnel syndrome or issues, that can be helpful with that as well. It's actually designed to help with that. So that's with the elbows and the fingertips. And let's read on. As Demeter writes, I sent an email last week, but I haven't heard back yet. It was about a Cellerciser for sale on Marketplace. I sent pictures. I wanted to know if it was for real and if I should buy it, as I didn't hear back. I went ahead and drove 4 hours and bought it. I now realize it is an older model. It has a white tag. It has a wide handlebar. It is a trifold and came in a green carrying case. It came with 2 videos and a yellow book. That was Carol Truman's book. I am absolutely in love with it. I own a 49-inch Bellicon and there's no comparison. I already feel my muscles responding. I paid $300. Did I do well? Should I upgrade to the new streamlined handlebar? Are the springs the latest tri-adaptable? I need to buy 2 new leg caps as the 2 that connect with the handlebars are so loose they keep falling off. I'm already thinking of selling this one and upgrading to the newest trifle because I heard it has better springs and mat. Is that true? A lot of good questions there, Suzanne. Thank you very much for sharing those. If you got a Cellerciser and it has a green carrying case, not to worry. My personal unit, this is the one I still travel with and I lecture with. It's been all around the world with me. It has been in the overhead luggage plane many, many times. It's 23 years old. I've never replaced a spring. I've never replaced a mat. It's in excellent condition. And you've got, these things can last for decades. It's just a great unit. Congratulations, you found an orphan. As far as the rubber feet, if you have trouble with the rubber feet sliding on and off, if you take 1 thin layer of duct tape, tape it around the bottom of the leg where the rubber foot fits over, that'll hold it in place. And then you can just take them on and off.
It's not very centered, they're saying.
Not very centered?
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
You're cut off a little bit. But,
Oh, is that because of the camera's not moving?
I don't know.
Thank you. We need the feedback.
Well, it looks like it's not, I don't know if it's connected to your face anymore.
That's probably it. All right, give me 1 second. So we're still learning this. It's probably because I wasn't looking at the camera well enough.
And then Lupe says, in terms of efficiency, does it make a difference if rebound with or without shoes?
Well, if you can, I always recommend no shoes. Shoes are more restrictive. And our foot is meant to be very flexible. It really is. But we wear shoes, and the shoes pull the toes in. The shoes restrict the movement. We're limited to the flexibility of the shoe. When you're barefoot, or socks, or soft-soled slippers like our Cellercises, your foot can move to support your natural alignment. It's not going to be restricted by a shoe. So I always recommend barefoot, soft-soled slippers, or socks so that the foot starts to improve again in its flexibility in the fascia and the muscles, the ligaments, the bones. You can actually do specific movements, which I've talked about on the Cellerciser, to help strengthen and improve the health of the foot just by spreading the toes a little bit and pushing down into the mat with the toes for a few moments to really get those ligaments and tendons and circulation moving. It's helped me. It's helped a lot of people out there, which is good. All right. So again, all right, Suzanne. Yes, you have the tri-adaptable springs. Your springs are the same as mine. And I'm glad you've got your muscles responding. And you can sell it or you can keep it. Your cells don't care. They're going to be getting stronger as a result of it anyway. And thank you for sharing. Okay. Here's Dear David and team. I would love to purchase a Cellerciser. It's such a joy to have been bouncing with you and the twins for 10 years on my bungee rebounder. Despite best efforts, I cannot locate a Cellerciser here. Oh, she's from Portugal. I know it will take my health and jumping practice to a whole new level, and being on the bungees no longer holds the joy it once did, as I know I'm not getting the full spectrum of benefits. Anyway, apologies for a lengthy message. Most importantly, thank you, David. Your passion, commitment, and technique have changed my outlook on life and health trajectory. You are clearly a wonderful being. We are blessed to share your gift, time, and knowledge. Much respect and gratitude to you. And this is from S. Hacking, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for those kind remarks. And yes, we have opportunities worldwide for the Cellerciser. We just need to find qualified distributors in those areas that want to help represent it and can get started. It's not that difficult. But if you know anybody who wants to join the Cellercise family in another country, just have them give me a call. Because again, we have opportunities and we certainly have a demand, and the demand is growing. All right, Elizabeth writes, what program do you do to get the skin result? And how long until you can see or feel results? I know it must be individual, but maybe there is a timeline. Thank you for your consistency. And Elizabeth, people notice it usually within a month. It doesn't take that long. Fascia, connective tissue, skin, there's all protein fibers. They start to become more resistant because of the weight we're putting on them. You're basically doing a push-up with your skin cells when you're bouncing up and down. They're doing push-ups against gravity or against weight. And so the cell membrane starts to fortify itself. Now you can do other movements like, we teach the natural facelift where you smile with the cheeks, muscles, and bounce up and down so that the skin flexes around the muscle, and it can help from that up too. Yes, Justice.
Lupe asks, any recommendation routines or suggestions for high blood pressure?
High blood pressure, just get on the Cellerciser and move up and down. This is it. This is the number one most important thing that we can do, I believe, every day of our life for many reasons. But what this does is it breaks up sticky blood cells so it's easier for the heart to pump sticky blood cells through the capillaries. It pumps with the heart, so it makes it easier on the heart. And you're just enjoying the movement. The back flushing of the pressure against the one-way valves helps to open up capillaries, helps to open up circulatory channels. It's like an internal scrub brush for our circulatory system. And it has been known to help. We had one gentleman who, diabetic, was on a Cellerciser, dropped 20 points in the first week, dropped another 20 points within a couple weeks after that, and changed his whole skin color, energy, became a living walking testimony, and put me in front of quite a few people as a result of it. So yes, just getting on it and moving up and down can be very, very helpful. All right, it is helpful. Kimberly writes, I bought a Cellerciser years ago and didn't really get to enjoy it. And then because I was facing ankle surgery on both feet. Fast forward to this past January 5th, both ankle surgeries behind me now, and finally got to start my Cellercise journey, and I am already seeing results! Exclamation points. I have had personal trainers, done CrossFit, boot camps, and been members of gyms over the years, and haven't had this quick of results with any of those like I have in just 2 months with the Cellerciser. And best part, no injuries! Exclamation points. I've gained strength and I'm starting to legitimately feel muscles everywhere in my body. I can't wait to see what the difference is when I've been rebounding for 6 months. Thank you, Kimberly. Great comments. And it's always great to hear your comments because it does influence and help other people recognize that, these results are real and they are true. And again, I ask people, why lift weight away from gravity when you can increase the weight of gravity? Doesn't matter to a cell, it's still weight, and cells fortify their membrane to become more resistant. Yes, Justice.
Robert says, any movements for rotator cuff?
Yes, any movements for rotator cuff. Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, and that's 9, 16, 17. So this was last week. All right. Yes, rotator cuff. Oh, absolutely. In fact, that's I had to go through this too. Is when you put your elbow straight ahead, and Justice, if we get off center again, let me know. I appreciate them telling me, but you were right. It's the face. Yeah. Okay, as we put our elbow straight ahead, we bounce up and down. Now you take your fingers and feel the muscles in the shoulders. Talk about a massage. That's massaging at the cellular level. Fantastic. And then we have movements on our Mr. Rebounder app also specific for shoulders. So we have our elbow straight ahead, And if you have a bad rotator cuff and you can't lift your elbows up over your head comfortably, you can support the one that we're working on a little bit more with your hand. Just lift it up to where you feel some resistance. Stop. Hold the position. Allow the movement up and down to massage away that tension. This is very important. And then out to the side. So we're literally rotating around the shoulders. And this is a great way to rehab if you've had shoulder surgery as well. And then out to the side. Now, so just you do it for a few moments here, a few moments up over your head, a few moments out to the side. You can, when you get strong enough, you can do the leverage motions here, which we have on the Mr. Rebounder app as well. Up above your head, out to the side. We have movements for opening up the shoulder and the scapula in the back, doing the same thing this way. And that increases flexibility in the shoulders too. Guys, it's happening anyway when you're on a Cellerciser to some extent, because the movement is working on every cell membrane, all your tissue, all your ligaments, tendons. So it can be helpful. We accentuate it simply by focusing its effect a little more judiciously by doing those movements. Okay.
And then, I don't know what she means by this, but Annette said, I love you 10 and 20-minute workouts with the Christmas tree in the background.
Yep.
LOL, please redo this with updated ones play.
That's at our other house.
Yeah.
In Manti. Yeah. And we should go back and do it again there. That's thank you. Yeah, that Christmas tree is a tree my wife likes to have in the living room, and it's lit up, but it's just a decoration. But yes, Justice, go ahead.
And then Robert also says, where are the rotator cuff exercises on the app?
Okay, on the app for the shoulders, it's going to be in the shoulder section. So if you go to the actual app, go to advanced section, and you don't have to do all of the movements, but you just scroll up to where it shows shoulders, shoulder health. Here's one right here. And you click on that. And it's going to go through and it's going to, I'll just show you real quick. So you warm up first. Then just, that's a hip rock to help with the shoulders as well. There's shoulder stretch. And then the other way, so it kind of shows you how that works. And it goes on. You got lots of different movements in the shoulders. And you do what you're comfortable with, but there's a whole program for that. Yeah, thank you. Good question.
And then Sarah says, I have some areas where I have stuck fascia, especially in the neck and shoulders. Does it release fascia adhesions?
Yes, it can.
If so, what move breaks it up, and how long to see results?
Okay, she said the shoulder and what else? Neck area?
Yeah, shoulder and neck.
Okay, so those movements that I just shared with you, or that are on the Mr. Rebounder app, that are also on our YouTube channel, we've done demonstrations of it, are all designed to help loosen up. You get to the point where you feel a little bit of resistance, stop. Just hold the position and gently bounce. Allow the movement to take that area that's now tight and loosen it up. And massage is massage at the cellular level. Your cells are absolutely weightless weight. So they're expanding and contracting. That can increase and does increase the flexibility of the cell membrane, but it also strengthens it. A little different than what we generally think of with regards to stretching. This is literally stretching at the cellular level, but yes, you can do different movements to help. And we've got programs in the Mr. Rebounder app for the neck, where in fact, I can show you some of the different movements. So when we go to the app and we go to create your own, if you're going to create your own routine, it just gives me the ability to take a look at all the different movements. And when we look at the movements, we have over 65 of them. And here's movements for the neck. We got the neck massage, neck rolls, neck stretch left, neck stretch right, neck turn down, neck. These are all neck. So, let me show you one. So this is a technique where you're actually bouncing up and down, but you're using your fingertips to help massage the neck. So it's a moving up and down that moves fluid up and down. The tissue is expanding, contracting, but you're pushing in with your fingertips. So you can tilt your head a little bit one direction or the other direction. And that's one of the many movements for the neck. We've got the neck rolls. We've got the neck stretches. So this is just a gentle movement to help while you're gently moving up and down. You just do the neck rolls one direction, then you go the other direction. You have movements where you turn one direction and turn the other direction. All of it is designed to help improve strength and flexibility of the neck as well. Yes, Justice.
Tricia says, I'm only on first week of regular bouncing. When starting out and not wanting to go too much too fast, what do you recommend as far as how long to work out daily?
Okay, so if you didn't download the exercise chart that comes with it, the Cellerciser comes with a welcome letter. In the welcome letter is the link to go to the user guide. It's free. If you go to cellercise.com/user guide, it gives recommendations how to begin the first, second, third, and fourth week while the body is adapting. So it will show you several of those routines. It's better if you can to do short periods of time several times a day rather than getting on it and doing one long period when you first get it. That's good.
And then Annette says, when will Tri Foods be back in stock? Yeah.
Next week. Next week, we expect to be shipping out all the pre-orders. So the Tri-Folds and the Streamline Balance Bar conversion kits, etc., though they should be shipping out this next week. So thank goodness. And thank you for all of your patience in that. Steel prices are getting more expensive. We're dealing with the auto industry. We're dealing with the military now. And it's harder to get a hold of the steel because we're not big compared to those other companies. So we have to wait in line. And that's sometimes why we have to wait longer. But I will not compromise the steel. We have not. We will maintain a good quality unit. When you get that unit, I want it to last for decades for you. And that's our commitment to the industry. So, all right. So, My World writes, how do you tighten your chest? Well, there's a couple ways to do that. When you're doing the baby bounce, you're just bouncing up and down. You can literally flex the muscles in the chest as you bounce. When you're flexing the muscles, they're tight anyway, but you're now adding more weight to them. So the skin, the collagen, everything around the chest muscles has an increase of weight. You're doing an isometric with an isotonic. In addition to that, and we show these movements as well, you can stick your elbows out in front of you, push in, and then bounce up and down. The bouncing up and down while you push in is literally creating more weight, but you're not tearing down to build up. You can build up the chest and strengthen it, but you don't have to be tearing it down to do it. Those are some great movements. Yes, Justice.
Lily says,
thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm following up on my plantar fasciitis exercises as mine is not budging doing my Cellercise workout routine.
Good. Thank you. I'm so glad. We have had so many people that have benefited from plantar fasciitis on the Cellerciser. When the tissue has lost flexibility and circulation, and then we do something stressful, we can tear the fascia, and it can be really painful and bothersome until it heals. So we have a technique where we start off flat-footed, and you push down into the mat. Just push down into it. We're going to warm up the tissue. Your feet are on the mat, just flat. After we've done that, you can do 30 seconds to a minute, it's going to be working to help your thighs and your knees as well. Then, with our foot still flat, we're rocking left to right. As we're rocking left to right, we're working hips, thighs, knees, but we're also, the foot is flat, we're still warming up the tissue. Now keep in mind, the foot is the furthest area from the heart. So it takes longer to heal. The circulation is not as good. What we're doing is we're improving that right now. We're improving the circulation to promote better healing because we're pumping with the heart. And then after we've done that for a minute or two, then lift the heels up and down. And as you're doing that, you're going to start working the arch and the calf muscles. And the calf muscles are going to help activate better circulation in that lower area. So now you have the Cellerciser pumping, you have the calf muscle flexing, it's feeding circulation up to the heart. Now, I encourage you, read some of the other customer reviews on our website. Yes, results may vary, of course, but you will see people that really had the same feeling you do. And they said, it's not helping, I'm not feeling it. But they stayed with it, and within a month, they felt it, and they said, you were right. You were absolutely right. I continued to do it, and the problem's gone now. You are working that tissue, and you're helping to increase that circulation. And our objective is to improve the overall health of circulation in the lower extremities and take that fascia, because those cells are always replacing themselves. Take that fascia and increase flexibility at the cellular level and through all the tissue in the foot. Yes, Justice, yeah. No.
And then Kelly says, can you develop a 4-wheel travel case for the trifold? We travel everywhere with ours and it's not easy.
No, but, well, we don't have that, but you could probably find a 4-wheel travel case that the Cellerciser will fit into because it's not that big. And if you can find a 4-wheel travel case and put it in there, that might be a good idea, because then you can pack your other things in there as well and just have one carrying case. Good idea. All right. Okay, hi Dave, can you please advise how or why someone would choose between the bifold and the trifold Cellerciser? Let's address that, because either unit, they're both made with the same materials, they're both going to give you the same results. I'll tell you a little story that I often share. Our kids grew up with the bifold. Our grandkids are now using the bifold. My daughter uses the bifold. Nothing wrong with the bifold. Works great, sits in the living room, everybody jumps on it. After, I've been doing this 35 years. After 20 years, my wife asked me, she said, is there any difference between the trifold and the bifold? And I answered her very diplomatically, which I later regretted. I said, they're both made with the same materials. They're both going to give you the same results, which is true. Well, a few weeks later, she came down to our office in Manti. In our lobby area, we happen to have a trifold Cellerciser. So she starts to jump up and down on the trifold. And Justice, you probably don't know this. She's jumping up and down on the trifold, and in front of everybody there, and she says, hey, you told me there's no difference between the trifold and the bifold. And I said, no, I said they're made with the same materials. They're going to give you the same results. And she says, yeah, well, I can feel the difference. And if your customers can have a trifold, I want one too. I said, okay. So I brought home the trifold, and that's what we've been using on it ever since. But it's not going to make a difference in the performance of your body. They are both going to create plenty of support, resistance, and movement up and down. The biggest benefit really of the trifold is that it is more portable. It's easier to travel with. That's it. But they all work very, very well. The trifold has some movement, and this is a trifold right here. It has a little additional movement in the frame because of the extra hinges. Both the frames have a lifetime warranty on them. But the additional movement helps create just a slightly different feel, may keep you a little more centered. But other than that, it's like splitting hairs. It's not a real big difference. But that's it. So as far as performance, there's not going to make any difference. As far as portability, the reason I created the trifold was so I could travel with it easier. and it was a lot easier to travel with. I was at an airport once, and I had the 40-inch half fold over my shoulder. This one right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's right down here. And I had it over my shoulder, and I was standing in line, and somebody recognized me. So I turned to see who it was, forgetting I've got a 40-inch long, heavy Cellerciser on my shoulder. Just about knocked the lady behind me out, and I felt terrible. So I'm on the plane trying to think of a way that we can create a unit that would give us the ability to be more portable with the carrying case that I could travel with. And that all contributed to the development of the trifold Cellerciser. So, good question. All right, Cindy. She says, I have possible Achilles tendon strain in the middle of my left heel. Will rebounding help with this tightness and discomfort? Cindy, if you get one of those heel supports, you can get them at Walmart or on Amazon, and you have a little additional support there while you start to do the movement up and down, you're going to get more flexibility, more circulation. It can help promote faster healing, but it still gives you some support so you can feel comfortable doing those movements. Margaret writes, I sprained my ankle last week. When should I begin Cellerciser again? You can start almost immediately. I mean, again, it's consult with your doctor, because I'm not a doctor. I work with them. But I know that we have many, many, many reviews of people who have sprained ankles or broken their ankles that it healed much faster using a Cellerciser. So you're not going to put a lot of weight on it to begin with. But the movement up and down, let's say that this has been sprained. If I move up and down like this, I'm creating movement on the tissue that helps promote faster healing. And when I get to the point where I can put a little more weight on it, then I can regulate the amount of weight and see how it feels. Now, and I may have mentioned this before, we had a skateboard enthusiast who, I mean, they do crazy things on skateboards. And he came down and he landed on his ankle, sprained it very badly, didn't break it, but sprained it. Sprains can take longer to heal than breaks, actually. And it all swelled up. It was black and blue. He said it was all swollen. And he called me up, he said, David, I remember what you had said. So I got on the Cellerciser, and I would bounce on it for about 20 minutes. And just the swelling would go down. In those 20 minutes, would go down. Then he said, I put it up on my desk, and I worked on the computer, and it was elevated, and the swelling would come back. It would really start to hurt again. So I get back on the Cellerciser again for 20 minutes. And the swelling would go down. I continued to do that for 2 days. He said, and it was healed. It was healed in 2 days. We've had other reviews like that. I know in my case, when I broke my ankle in 2 places, I would hang it over to the side and just bounce up and down because I knew the pressure up and down would increase circulation. And because it's weight bearing, it could help promote osteoblastic activity. Dr. Jan, who helped take care of my ankles, is now one of our customers and has been for many years. This really works, and it's catching on as we all can see. Robin writes, I'm 5'4", 109 pounds. I have some neck and back issues from running for 45 years. Will the Cellerciser work for me? I've been bouncing on a spring B cam for the past year, minus 4 springs to soften up the mat. Thanks. Okay, Robin, a couple of things there. Cellercise still has resistance. We have to have resistance to build up the strength of the supporting muscles and ligaments. If it's too soft, we get more compression on those joints. Those ligaments and tendons do not perceive any need to get stronger. They have to have resistance. If you look at people on bungee cords, they have to work so hard to get the resistance to try to get the results. The Cellerciser, you don't have to work as hard. It's moving up and down many more times per minute. It has plenty of resistance without jarring, but it has resistance. That resistance creates the pumping action that moves the lymph system, but it also helps strengthen the cell membranes. And that's what we need to do. So there are specific movements for neck and back, and you're always welcome to call, and I can share them with you, and you can consult, again, with your doctor, health practitioner. I'm more than happy to share it with you, and we have plenty of those on the Mr. Rebounder app as well. Yes, Justice.
Annette says, broke foot twice and think it is broke again. Can I still jump? Should I wear shoes or no shoes?
If it's not broken down, okay, I wouldn't wear shoes. Shoes, again, are restrictive. And we want to maintain increased flexibility. How you approach it makes a difference. And there's many different ways of approaching it where you don't have to put a lot of weight on it to begin with. And then as you can put just a little bit more weight on it. And just work that, pump that circulation, help promote faster healing. I teach a lot of these methods to physical therapists as well. So, good question. All right. For weight loss, how should we do it? Jumbo walk, rest, jumbo walk. For how long? How many minutes? What would be your recommendations? Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you, Cherie. Okay, so the biggest muscles of the body, the biggest engines are located in the thighs and the buttocks. Those are the big engines. They need a lot of fuel and they demand a lot of fuel. And so we want to give them a lot of fuel. And when we Cellercise, when we keep our back straight, our feet flat, it keeps the weight right over our thighs. If we lean forward, we take the weight off our thighs. So we want to keep in this position. Having the balance bar is pretty important. I have to use it as well to keep that proper position. Then we show it on the Mr. Rebounder app too. We've got the Fat Eradicator 1, Fat Eradicator 2, Weight Loss 1, Weight Loss 2, Dr. Lynn Linder's program, my daughter's weight loss program. There are a lot of good weight loss programs on the Mr. Rebounder app. And the way, again, that we do it, just so you know, is we've got a little phone holder here. You just connect the phone holder to the balance bar, turn on a television show, become a Cellercise potato every day for a while. Turn on the show, pick your routine, watch your show, mute the music. That's easy to do. So if you're picking a routine, for example, let's do feel the burn, 14 exercises. Okay, so if we're starting that, you'll hear the music. But you'll notice over here in the left corner, you've got a couple of music notes. Just mute the music. Every time it goes to the next movement, it will ding. So you can be watching your show, ding, next movement, watch your show. Ding, next movement, time flies by. You're enjoying the show. We have another group that's phenomenal to work with. That's I Jump Instead, and Sally and Stephanie. Sally and Stephanie have got great routines that are live. So if you prefer to work with someone, I would encourage you to look into their programs as well. If you just want to play in, watch a show, this is an easy, convenient way to do it too. Yes, Justice.
Kelly says, my husband has had non-diabetic foot neuropathy in both feet. He's a pretty dedicated Cellerciser, but has seen no improvement. He bounces with tennis shoes and has flat feet. Have you ever heard of improvement for neuropathy of the feet via rebounding? If so, what would you recommend?
Yeah, sometimes the best we can do if you've got neuropathy now is arrest it as much as possible so it doesn't continue to cause damage. There are times where we can also improve it. Circulation is a key issue. Ligaments and tendons in the foot are very important. I don't recommend shoes. The reason I don't recommend shoes is, again, we want to open up the toe box. We want to open up the circulation in the foot, and the shoes restrict it. They pull in. So when we're on a Cellercise and we're barefoot, if we lift our heels up and down, and we're pumping that calf muscle, increasing that circulation, for a few moments, you can take your toes, spread them apart, push down into the mat with your toes. We're working to strengthen, improve circulation to the extremities of our foot, but we're also working on those ligaments and tendons because we wear shoes, and shoes do not challenge the foot the same way as barefoot. We're not going to get the same flexibility, but that can help increase circulation, strength, and improvements. They vary, but yes, Justice.
Annette says, how much is the phone holder? I don't see it to purchase.
Oh, it's on our website. Just keep looking. It's in there. It's just $25. And it opens and closes to hold the phone in place. Thank you. All right, can the Jamba run, a little different than the Jamba walk. Jamba run is a little more intense, in fact. Okay, this one, and one more. That's basically, that's the Jamba walk with the foot coming up off the mat, just like this. So you're just pushing down into the mat. That's what it is. And you'll feel that within 20 seconds. It's pretty intense. The Jamba run, a couple ways of doing it. You don't generally take your foot off the mat. You're just pushing down into the mat. A little more intense, very effective. And you'll know that. You can do repetitions of that, and that's going to increase that, that caloric burn. I touched it too fast. Okay, let it do its thing. All right. Yes, it can work the inner thighs. The Jamba walk, can it work the inner thighs? Yes, because you are burning fuel all the way around the legs. We can't really target reduce fat, but we can see if it stops. We can't really target reduce fat, but because the body has a lot to do with, I call it genetic mapping. Your body will tell, based upon your genetics, we carry it in different areas of our body, and our body will go after it in different areas. So even though we may want to work the thighs and the buttocks, we may be working on the upper back or the chest or the waist before we get to the weight that's on the thighs and the buttocks. But it will burn fuel because it needs to. It needs fuel. So you'll burn through the glucose and sugars quickly, and then the body needs more fuel. It goes after the white adipose tissue, which is our fat, and that's our stored calories. Can you provide availability updates on the trifold and conversion kits? Yes, next week they should be shipping out. Lawson writes, I would like to know the proper form for the health bounce. Some instructors, this is good. Some instructors tell you to do it in athletic stance, knees slightly bent and upper body leaning forward a little like a mini squat. But it doesn't look like you bounce with an athletic stance. Are you in an athletic stance when you're doing the health bounce? It looks like you're standing straight up. Thank you for your input. And can you share the proper form? Okay, so yeah, you stand straight up. When you're standing straight up and you're lifting with the heels, you're working the calf muscle. That pumping action is moving fluid through one-way valves all the way back up to the heart. So you're standing, again, just lifting the heels up and down, and that's going to be the best. When you bend at the knees and lean forward and move up and down, that's probably on a different kind of unit. That doesn't give you the same kind of support as the Cellerciser does. Cellerciser has good resistance and great support. So you can just stand up and do it. Another variation of this is when you're standing there, but you're bending at the knee, pushing down into the mat. Instead of lifting your heels up off the mat, you can push down into the mat. And that works the thighs and the knees. That can be helpful too. Lawson writes, I would like to know the proper form for the health. Okay, that was one I just read. Thank you. And Sean writes, suggestions on how to fix shoulder strength and mobility while going through shingles. This is for a friend of mine. The shoulder strength movements are on the Mr. Rebounder app. They're also on our YouTube channel. You can take a look at some of those movements, and they're all designed to work on the shoulder. And yes, we've had people with shingles go through shingles very quickly while using the Cellerciser, and they were impressed. Mrs. Long writes, thank you so much for your informative monthly videos. I was just wondering, I saw that you were showing someone how to strengthen the knees, and you jump up, and you use the balance bar to kind of squat when you land back down. Do you have a program on the app that uses this move that you just showed us in the March video? The knee question was raised towards the end of your March video earlier this month, but it kind of cut out. This is working, Justice. Did you realize that? Yeah. Guys, this is working. Persistence overcomes resistance. I'm grateful. Boy. All right, but someone had asked a question, how to strengthen the knees. Wow, I did that move and it was so awesome. I just feel tight, I feel like I'm building strength in my core. I feel like I'm building strength in my knees. Can you incorporate an exercise program in the Mr. Rebounder app that uses that move that you just showed us? I don't think I've seen it if you have it on there. I'm sorry for asking, but this is a fantastic move. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Long. It is a fantastic move. And what she's talking about, and there's a couple ways of doing it. I'll pretend if this is a table and you have your hands on a table, you can jump up, come down, jump up, come down, just like this. And that's going to open up the knee and strengthen the knee. And then the other way of doing it, where it's holding on to the balance bar, you're not quite as fast. You jump up, come down, jump up, come down, just like that. And when you start off, you don't have to come down very far. You're going to feel that. It's going to strengthen all the whole front part of that knee. And it's a fantastic program. And yes, we will put that on the Mr. Rebounder app. So thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Elizabeth writes, okay, I think we answered that earlier about toning of the skin. Linda writes, do I need to go to the gym? I do have a Cellerciser, not sure what daily routine I need to do or where to start. Again, cellercise.com/user guide. And in addition to that, on the Mr. Rebounder app, we have beginning, intermediate, advanced, and senior routines so that you can graduate through those. KHYT writes, the total knee replacement question got cut off in the last live. Can you please go over some movements that would be good for this? Thanks. Yes, I've got a neighbor who had a knee replacement and the Cellerciser has helped him heal so quickly. And he's really grateful for it. But if we can, we want to avoid it. But if we've had it, then the movement up and down to increase flexibility and circulation. This is a simple movement, up and down. And then what we're going to do is just bend at the knee a little bit and we just walk in place. As we're walking in place, we're going to be working all those supporting muscles and ligaments.
We just lost connection.
No way.
Well, no. We just lost your face. I think you.
Oh, golly. I said, no. I'm going to say, no. Hold on one second. It was my fault, I'm sure.
I bet you just went down.
Yeah, it didn't follow me. So it's not perfect, but okay. Did it catch me? Yes. Okay. All right. And thank you for that feedback, and everybody. You guys are great. All right. We're a little skittish when it comes to electronics. Okay. Total knee replacement. All right. So again, just bending at the knee, pushing straight down. And as we get stronger, we can regulate the amount of stress and flexibility by how far we sit down. So when we get a little stronger, we can sit down a little further. When we get stronger, you can sit down further. Eventually, this movement here is going to be one of the best for opening up and strengthening that knee. When you have a knee replacement, you pretty much lose the lateral support, the ligaments and tendons on both sides of the knee. So this movement, it has benefits, especially for the hips, the thighs, but it's not going to do a lot for the knee at that point. There's another one. Yeah, the squats are what really opens up the knee the best. KMNYT writes, oh, okay, another one. How long do you need to do what you talked about for the digestion daily? Okay, so you're moving up and down. All your food is moving up and down, and you've got the intestines, it's in the intestines, and when you start to do a gentle twist, I generally just count to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's loosening up the lower back And it's putting all these internal organs under a little washing machine massage technique, so it can help improve digestion, elimination. We're dealing with the liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals, all of those internal organs every day. Gently moving up and down with a gentle twist, just to massage them, as well as help to loosen up the lower back. All right, Heather writes, can you tell us how to get the app that you are using? Yes, go to mrrebounder.com. That's MR, no period, MRREBOUNDER.com. And you'll get a whole explanation of it. And it's very inexpensive. I did that on purpose. The objective here is to help you get results, not to make a lot of money. And believe me, this app, I don't know if I would have done it again. It's very expensive. Every month we're having to watch different things, upgrades. It's all very expensive, but it's a tool for you. It's designed to help you. Shalom writes, okay, I applied the 3-in-1 oil, but the celly is still noisy. What can I do? Okay, so the question is, did you get the oil on the coils of the spring? The springs do not squeak. They're very, very quiet unless you get oil on the coils. Then they squeak. I don't know why, but they do. If you have gotten it on the actual coils of the spring, then some Dawn dishwashing soap and water, a little scrub brush, scrub it off, hose it off, not going to hurt it, and get the oil off, start over again, 2 drops of oil on both ends of each spring. That's where it squeaks. It's the hook of the spring, both ends. And then that can make it very, very quiet. Okay, they're all built the same.
Question.
Yes?
Sherry says, does anything specifically help with the thyroid gland? I'm thinking I have a low thyroid.
Yeah, I've had one of our customers wrote us a review. She had to cut her synthroid in half because her thyroid was working more efficiently. So moving up and down everything, the thyroid included, the pineal gland, everything is weightless. It expands, weightless, weight compresses, weightless, weight. So that's massaging all those internal obstructions and organs. So yeah, just be sensitive to it, but that's good. All right. Okay, this might sound crazy, but will rebounding help make a hiatal hernia disappear? My thought process is that if you were to rebound maybe after a meal or drink a good amount of liquid and get on the rebounder, that the bouncing action would allow the extra weight of the stomach to pull the portion of the stomach or esophagus back down through the diaphragm. It's a legitimate thought. The moving up and down is definitely taking the weight, and it's helping to move. I don't know anything other than a surgery is actually going to close it so you don't see it. I'm not sure, but we do have conditions where people actually push in. So, and that can help. They push in, and then they flex the muscles around it while they're bouncing. So we're adding more weight. So as we're pushing kind of down, it's usually on the inside, but as they're pushing kind of in and down and then bouncing, that can help strengthen the underlying lining muscles up in between the diaphragm there. Kathy writes, hi Dave. I want to upgrade from the lower cost rebounder to one of yours. Is the trifold rebounder considered the best one? I'm not sure if I want the bifold or the trifold unit. Can you help me? Hopefully I answered that earlier, Kathy. Good question. They're both made with the exact same materials. They're both going to give you the same results. The trifold is great. It's a great unit, no question. But so is the bifold. They're both great units. They both work. So if you're not going to travel, if you're going to travel with it, hands down, trifold's easier. I stick it right behind one small bucket seat in my car, and I just open the door, grab it, and take it when I travel. It's very convenient. It's got wheels and a pull-out handle. But if you're not doing that, if you're just leaving it at home, you're saving $140. It's about $140 to get the trifold with the additional hinges. It's got 6 hinges. Again, the frames have lifetime warranty on them. 6 hinges. They're built like a tank. And then the carrying case, a custom carrying case with a built-in dolly and a pull-out handle. So that's what you're paying for the extra. Gail writes, just found out that I have severe spinal stenosis. Can I bounce? What do you recommend? I'm going to show you the back program in just a minute. Justice, is it really almost 7 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
Okay, I'm going to start. Can you remember 21? Okay, I'm going to pick up on some of these questions later. I want to show you that's a great question for ending. All right, the back. We're told up to 80% of Americans are going to have lower back problems to contend with. We don't want that. And if you already have back problems, there are things that we can do to open up the vertebral joints, increase circulation to the disc, take pressure off of the nerves, and increase the strength of the supporting muscle ligaments around the joints. Those are important. So starting off always baby bounce, gentle movement up and down. After we've done the gentle baby bounce, then we can do the gentle twist. As we gently twist, we start to loosen up the vertebral joints in the back. So you can do that to the count of 100. Then we can do the hip rock. Now when we do the hip rock, lift our chest high and just drop the shoulders. And we start to stretch the muscles all along the hip area, the psoas muscle deep inside and all along the vertebral joints. And that sets us up for this next movement. And that's done by holding on to the frame. And what you do when you hold on to the frame is you lean back first. So we're going to lean back. I heard my back popped like 4 times when I was getting ready to demonstrate this today. So I just did it again. Love it. It feels great. So from there, then we lean to the left. Now when we lean to the left, we want to kind of push our hip back. We're going to stretch this side of the body. So we lean and turn our hips. So you take this hip, roll it a little bit, and yeah, it's this way. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to stretch. You can do both, and we're going to do both, but it's that movement in the lower back that we're looking for. So we gently move back, gently move up and down. I like to do that. And then we do the same thing on the other side and just push that hip back. And we're trying to create stretch. Now, when you push and you lean this direction, you're going to be pulling the muscles all along this area of the back. But we want to do that. And then the same thing on this area. And then we lean back again. And then we're going to squat down. And when we squat down, our objective is to be able to get down here. And you may not be able to go that far to begin with. That's okay. But as you get more flexible, you'll be able to loosen up the lower back. And this is, I can't tell you, people that have it, I've strained my back from time to time. This movement right here is excellent. And then we lean a little bit and just kind of roll the hips around some. But this gentle movement. Now, from here, I grab over to the side and I just twist. So you're going to twist that shoulder a little bit, move it in, and you're kind of pushing the hip back and twisting the shoulder to get stretch in the back, and just gently bounce. Do that for a few moments. Then do the same thing this direction and just kind of stretch and gently bounce. And over time, that just starts to open up the back. And I know that, and when you get up from this position, roll like a chain. Roll from the bottom, just kind of slowly stand up. And then we're going to end up with a gentle twist again. And if you do that movement, or before you do that movement, try to touch your fingers to your toes. And then when you're done, I want you to just see how flexible this becomes. So I'm just standing straight up. Hopefully the camera's following me. Going down to touch the floor. Hands flat on the floor. It's such a great movement for helping to open up that flexibility of the back. Yes, Justice.
And that says, can you really thin your face and neck on Celli? And if so, how?
Can you what?
Can you really thin your face and neck on Celli? Celli.
Cellies?
Celli.
Thin your
Oh.
neck?
Oh yeah. And can you really thin your face and neck on Cellerciser?
Oh,
If so
oh,
how?
on the Celly. Got it. Okay, she's right.
And then
Okay.
you lost your face.
Oh, yeah, it's because I put down again. Okay. Well, we're learning how to do this faster. And, okay. Good. All right. Okay, so, yeah. When you take your 15-pound head and you're jogging, let's say you're jogging on the Cellerciser, you're running in place, and you tilt that 15-pound head back, hold on to the balance bar, you tilt it back. Every time I come down, all the muscles in the neck are flexing to keep my head up. So I've created leverage. I'm using that leverage to build up these muscles that support my head. And when you do the natural face lift, you smile with the cheeks, and then don't pucker, just smile with the cheeks. And those muscles are there while you're bouncing up and down. You're causing the skin to flex around those muscles as well. So yes, that has helped a great number of people. I want to thank you for all your support, for being there with us, for sharing this. If there's anything valuable that I shared with you today, whether it's from the fingers or whether it's in the back, these movements really work. And I hope that you go easy, start off easy, but let us know. We love the feedback. We love hearing the results that people have. And we'll continue to address your questions and share what knowledge we have and experiences we have as we move forward. We will see you in a couple weeks. We're here in Utah, and winter missed us. I mean, I think it's Justice's fault. Yeah. He said, hey, we had 1 week of winter, and he said, I'm ready for summer. And I think he got his wish, because it's been like spring, been beautiful. But hope you have a safe couple weeks. Thank you again for all your support. Let me know what I can do to help, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.